So let's do some conversions to get this in our head. Black pen. Convert 25 degrees to radians. So I'm going to use my old handy dandy finding X ratio. There are radians to degrees. So there's 360. There's 360 degrees and there's 2 pi radians because that's a full circle. So that ratio is going to be the same as how many radians in 25 degrees? Windscreen wipers. Use a calculator. So it's 2 times pi times 25 divided by 360. And you're going to get X is 0.436 radians. Remember that, that's my unit circle, 25 degrees is not a big angle. And we worked out before that 90 degrees was pi on 2, and pi on 2 was 1.57 radians. So 0.443 is about a third of the way up. So 25 degrees or 0.436 radians is the same angle, and we're just using rates and ratios. I should draw your attention to this starting ratio. It would work the same if you said pi radians is the same as 180 degrees. How many radians is 25 degrees? It doesn't matter what your starting ratio is, you still get the same answer. Okay. Let's go the other way. So again, let's go, there's 360 degrees in 2 pi. How many degrees are in 1.7 radians? So I want X to the top, so handy dandy calculator. And that was interesting. Must have done something wrong there. That's a bit better. 97.4 degrees. So again, it's always wise to check that because my calculator told me that was like 800 degrees. So clearly you can do bad stuff in your calculator. So it's always good to justify the reasonableness. So where is 97 degrees? That's about 97 degrees. And we know that as far as radians go, that's 1.57 because it's 90 degrees or pi on 2. So you can see that if I'm going to 1.7 radians, it's just a little bit bigger than 1.6 radians. So, and 97 is just a little bit bigger than 90. So we've sort of justified that that answer is absolutely reasonable. Okay, exact value radians in the unit circle. So we're going to talk a lot about 30, 45, 60, 90, 120, 135, 150 and 180, and we're going to keep going around the circle. There are exact values. Well, how do we get that in radians? Easiest way to think about that is just get rid of that. Okay. That is pi. If I am looking for 30 degrees, then that's also 180. 30 degrees is 180, and I'm cutting it up into 6 different chunks because there are 6 lots of 30 degrees in 180. So I'm cutting pi up into lots of little chunks. So it's actually going to be pi on 6 chunks. It's only one of those chunks, so it's pi on 6. Clearly, if I'm over here at 150, well, that's going to be 30 there. So all the way over would be 6 pi on 6 because that's pi. But it's not all the way over, it's 1 pi on 6 short. So 150 degrees is going to be 5 pi on 6. You've got to do these lots of times for them to get in your head. Let's just do another one. Let's go 300 degrees. 300 degrees is 60, there's my 300, and it's 60 short of 360. So if I went all the way around, that would be 2 pi, but these 60s cut 180, there's my 60, there's my 120, and then there's my 180. So each one of those is my pi on 3 because there are 3 pieces of pizza there. So this is how many pi's on 3? That's going to be 6 pi on 3. So I can think about 2 pi differently, but it's 1 pi on 3 short. So 300 degrees is not going to be 6 pi on 3. It's going to be 5 pi on 3. You'll get the hang of it. Hang in there. Exact values come up all the time, so there will be heaps of practice.